Unfortunately, we have had a little bit of some connectivity problems, so this is going to be a short update. It unfortunately is closer to 10:45 Eastern time, so we're just going to give you a little bit of an update here before we get ready for News 12 at 11. We're trying to connect with YouTube, but unfortunately our software is not handshaking at this point, so we may have some problems. So for tonight, we're still on Twitch and Facebook Live, and that should be about it for when it comes to anything connection related there. 65 the high, 8 degrees below a record high temperature of 77 that hasn't been set since 1950. 53 the low, and that's very close to our normal high temperature for this time of the year, to give you an idea as to what we're looking at. Currently, again, not much going on outside of just a few scattered sprinkles across portions of the area. Most of those dwindling. We still could see a rumble of thunder tonight. Most of what we're looking at for right now is going to be heading east of the area toward the Carolinas and back up into the Virginias. So outside of these showers that you're seeing down around Atlanta, Birmingham, that is going to be about as much as we see throughout the rest of the night tonight. Temperatures are way above normal, upper 60s for January, and these are about 10 degrees below our record high temperatures for this time of the year. So those southerly winds doing a very good job of keeping the temperatures up. Some colder weather back to our northwest. We'll talk about that in the 7-day forecast in just a little bit. For tonight, we will be seeing again the potential for more rain. Most of that, if it falls anywhere in northern Georgia or parts of east central Alabama, that is where we have the flood watch that has been extended. Peachtree City National Weather Service outside of Atlanta issuing a new flood watch, which is in effect until 7 p.m. Saturday for the potential of more heavy rainfall. We've got one storm system that is already excusing itself all the way back up and disappearing back to the north, but we have another storm system getting organized, heading off the mountains into the high plains, getting a lot more room to maneuver. This is going to dig south and then pull up some more moisture heading our way into the course of the next couple of days. So what are we looking at for right now? The main threat, it looks like, is going to be, first of all, for the area into and around portions of tonight and early portions of very early Saturday morning or so. Very early Saturday morning. Again, that'll be the end of the first wave, that first storm going on through. But then, especially over here, watch what happens as we see a bunch of rainfall coming on through. Localized amounts could be topping 4.5 inches in areas that have already gotten very much on the soggy side. So what does that mean for us locally? It means tomorrow the threat with the lesser amounts of rain, some thunder in the morning, and then more rain in the afternoon. Then we see again a marginal threat of flash flooding coming our way. Getting into around Saturday, that goes back up to a slight risk of flash flooding, and that is where we see again northern Georgia for the most part, but southeast Tennessee, northeast Alabama, you could see a lot of that coming on through as well. So again, that is why the National Weather Services have issued these flood watches in effect. Will this affect the Carolinas, southeast Tennessee, and DeKalb and Jackson counties, northeast Alabama? It's possible. We'll be watching that, so keep it tuned to News 12 as we keep you advised as to what may be going on into the next couple of days. We do not see any more severe threat for tonight. The National Storm Prediction Center has removed that marginal threat area, so we're not looking to find too much of anything else there at this time. So looking okay. Some sprinkles of rainfall possible. Would not rule out a rumble of thunder, but it is going to be possible across portions of the area, so please keep that in mind. Some more wet roadways could be a potential thing overnight. From the Island Cove Marina and Resort camera, clouds breaking up a little bit. A lot of sky shine illuminating the clouds from underneath. And it looks like for right now, and I hope that this has been seeing. No, I guess we do have a bit of a problem here. So unfortunately, it looks like we've been dead on audio. Let me see if I can get this going again. Okay, well, at least half of the show, we've gotten some audio on there. Apologies for that. We may have to redo this coming up in a little bit. Again, apologies for getting that. As I said, we're trying to get a lot of things taken care of. So unfortunately, our audio got disconnected at some point. So, for the next couple of days, rain and thunderstorms possible, and then as we go into and around next week, a bit of a dip in the temperatures, and then we get back upwards again on the numbers, a little bit above normal. That should close out the rest of the first portion of the week, and as we go into this time next week, Thursday the 1st, we are going to be seeing the potential for the first day of February very much on the mild side once again. So that will give us the potential problems out there for just about the lower 50s, mid 50s, somewhere in there. So we will get some very mild numbers to start off February. Looks like that may continue right on in through the first week. We'll see. There doesn't seem to be much in the way of any major amounts of cold air heading our direction. So bus stop tomorrow morning. Could be some thunder, mainly some showers. If you'd like to be a sponsor for our bus stop forecast, please make certain you contact our sales department here at News 12. Our weather window picture of the day, thanking my former director at 49 in Topeka, Rich Bircher, his son Ricky, and daughter Bethany, my goddaughter, sending in a picture of the Bircher's family corgi, Cinnamon, and facing away from the camera, not exactly too enthusiastic about getting out and seeing what this how many corgis deep the snow was. So thank you to the Birchers back in Topeka, Kansas, for sending that along. Got pictures, corgi related or otherwise, send them in to us at pictures@wdef.com. Would love to see what you're seeing out there. Again, for tonight, we could be looking at some damp conditions out there, probably some fog possible, but things are a lot more improved than what they were just a couple of hours ago. Some very heavy rainfall across the area, and once again, we're getting rid of most of the rain, but you will still see some speckles of rain showers here and there, and that flood watch will continue as we go into Saturday for at least northern Georgia. Now, whether or not that continues for the rest of the area, we'll see what the National Weather Service forecast office has put together for us, so stay tuned for more on that. Our Panaagua Auto Mall weather question today: you have a strong thunderstorm that is not severe yet. It doesn't meet warning criteria, so there's no warning issued. What gets issued? A strong storm lookout, a strong storm alert, special weather statement, or a pre-severe warning. Special weather statement garnering the lion's share of the votes at 86%, and that is in fact the right answer. If you'd like to vote in our next poll, it's up and going at wdef.com/vote now if you'd like to see a little bit more there. And don't forget to follow along with me on social media, Facebook, X, and Instagram, and on many other locations as well. We have a ton more information coming up regarding Skywarn meetings, severe weather safety, all of our new graphic systems, so you can see what the forecast information is out there to begin with. So if you'd like to stop by and find out more details, wdef.com/weather. That'll wrap it up for now. We've got News 12 at 11 coming up. And, of course, hopefully one of these days we will be netcasting on YouTube to give you an idea as to what's going on. Bishop Bob Midget from down in Georgia, good evening back to you and Mr. Josh. Warm weather moving in early this year. No guarantee at this point that that's the case on the long term, because we still have 6 weeks of winter to go and 75 days until opening baseball day. So we could still see some colder weather, but very good question on that. Chip Chapman will have your forecast bright and early tomorrow morning, so stay tuned for more on News 12. And we will not be on until late tomorrow night at about this time. There's a special golf tournament coming up on CBS, and that will cover the 5:36 and 7 newscast on Friday. So if you'd like to catch up with what's going on, again, wdef.com/weather, and I'll be back with you at about this time in about another 24 hours. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Onek. Thank you for sticking with us through this foreshortened weather overtime. More details at wdef.com, and again, join Chip in the morning for all your forecast details. Thanks for joining us for this Thursday night.